Hi, I'm Cecala, publisher of Inside Mortgage Finance, and this is an update on mortgage origination activity in 2011. The second quarter of this year was not very good for the mortgage market in terms of originations. We posted just $265 billion in volume. That was 19% below the first quarter's activity and the worst quarter we've seen since the height of the credit crisis in late 2008. Refi volume was very low in the second quarter, which contributed to the lackluster mortgage volume, and it also was influenced by the fact that home purchase activity was very low over the second quarter. Mortgage activity for all of 2011 is likely to only hit $1.1 trillion, which would be nearly 30% below last year's level. And that is based on large measure that the third quarter we'll see a surge in originations due to refi activity. Interest rates were very low, and we saw a pickup in refi activity. We don't know how much of a boost it's going to give to the mortgage market, but we expect it to be above what we saw in the second quarter. The government continues to dominate the residential mortgage market. That's Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, FHA, and VA. They funded 83.8% of all mortgages made in the second quarter of this year. Fannie and Freddie had a 58.5% market share, while FHA had a 19.4% market share. It's going to be hard to talk about doing anything to reduce the government's footprint in the mortgage market as long as we see big numbers like that going forward. Nevertheless, we're likely to see some decline in the government's dominance of the mortgage market in the fourth quarter as new lower government loan limits take effect on October 1st. Finally, retail lending still remained the number one channel for mortgage originations in the second quarter of this year. According to new numbers from Inside Mortgage Finance, the retail share was 54.3% in the second quarter, down slightly from 56.6% in the first quarter. Correspondent share rose from 35.4% in the first quarter to 37.4% in the second quarter. Meanwhile, the broker share of mortgage originations continue to remain very low, hitting just 8.3% in the second quarter. Well, that was slightly above the 8.0% level seen in the first quarter. The first quarter was the lowest level in history, so the 8.3 isn't much to talk about. Big news in the correspondent lending area, of course, is Bank of America's surprise decision that it's going to exit the correspondent lending channel. Bank of America's correspondent lending accounted for nearly half of the mortgage giant's originations in the second quarter. That's about $50 billion worth, and that's going to be a big hole for other lenders to fill in the months ahead. Thank you. That's my report.